Alright guys, I appreciate everybody taking time to consider my latest BAT offering. It's a 2000 Boxster. So this car, I know Porsche guys always say, one of one, unique. And that's technically true because of the way they spec their cars. I know most of you guys probably know what I'm talking about. But this one, I'm gonna say, it's probably the only Boxster in existence with this combination of everything. So I'm also gonna say this is going to be a long video. So grab a beer or a coffee and enjoy. So this car was born it still is, it is a XAA Aero Cup Boxster, which I honestly didn't know existed, but they do. So what you get is a different front bumper. You get the rocker flares, and then you get this fixed spoiler. This is all factory stuff. Yeah, I didn't know they existed either, so that kind of makes two of us. I bought one about a year ago that showed up and the motor was blown and it was a big, huge disaster. So that's when I figured out that there isn't a Aero Cup XAA 986. Pretty cool. So this was also a sport design package car. Now for those of you that don't know, the sport design interior has this really weird triangle diamond texture, and I guess it's cool because it's unique, but honestly I thought it was pretty ugly. And then it also gave you these the gray air intakes, which is pretty much the only thing left on this car that is sport design package. So it also came with the 17-inch wheels. I don't know the name of them. I just know they are the ones that everybody hates. And some people say they're rare, and they're rare because they're ugly. And they were gray. So it kind of had, you know, the sport design package has this whole like gray thing going on. But they were just, man, they're just hideous. So these wheels came on the other XAA car I just mentioned that showed up with a blown motor. That's where these wheels came from, a 01S. So these are the 18-inch sport design. I believe they are true two-piece. Super cool wheels. Everybody loves these wheels. And I went ahead and we did new tires, Hankook Ventus front and rear. Alright, so then I had this decent mileage XAA, pretty cool Boxster, IMS done, the invoice loaded in the gallery in 2018. The owner at the time spent almost 10 grand on maintenance. So I had this mechanically sound, fairly cool and unique Boxster with this like kind of hideous interior, to be completely honest with everybody. And it did have the sport seats, which was part of the sport design package, and we all know sport seats are awesome, but these particular sport seats they weren't like ripped and, you know, tattered and that kind of wore out. They were just really hard, like they hadn't been conditioned properly, or maybe the car had been out in the sun. Who knows? They were just wore out. So I had a Savannah beige 911 interior. I also had a full leather black interior. So I did my own interpretation of a two-tone combo using two different interiors from two different cars, if everybody can follow me on that. So I use so this has basically the 911 interior conversion on the door panels, which is a direct swap. It is the full leather door panel. We have a few, there's some Nickos, there's some wear on it. I don't want anybody to think this is like a showroom car you're gonna rub with a diaper. It's not. This is a really, really cool driver. So then I put the full leather dash out of the 911. So we have the leather, full leather dash that's actually not pulling away. It's in really good shape. So that's super cool. And then I got the Savannah beige trim, kind of accented the tunnel trim with the Savannah beige, and then I had those accent pieces on the radio bezel dyed, basically painted. My interior guy color matched the Savannah beige to kind of bring the whole thing together. And then the tunnel, the center tunnel here, it was also like this gray thing that you get, this gray tone that you get with the Sport Design package, and it was faded. It just didn't look right. So I had my paint guy sand it down, and then we painted it a gloss black. You can kind of see that to match the exterior of the car. So that is basically the transformation in a nutshell. And if anybody's curious, the rear spoiler does not deploy, obviously, because we have the fixed XAA spoiler. Okay, so there you go. I hope that made sense to everybody. So basically, two different cars were used to put together the interior, and I did my own take on what I thought looked cool. And in person, it really comes together. I do have black floor mats. I can substitute if the buyer wants black floor mats. That's no problem whatsoever. And the astute people are probably going to pick up on the trim rings. So I took the trim ring, like the front facade, the trim rings off the S car, the 986S that the wheels came off of. And if anybody's curious, when I had the dash out, I did do the heater door foam fix. So you do not have to worry about that. All right. So now that we've covered that, there's not much to a 986. We're briefly going to go over the everything works, and then we're gonna wrap it up. So the only thing over here is to show that the power seat back works. And obviously on these seats, these came out of a 99. So passenger seat, pretty good shape. Driver's seat, you can see the wear on the driver's bolster, as you would expect from a 25-year-old car. But really good shape, no tears, no burns, etc., etc. All right, let's hop on in here. All right, step one, so I can keep the bugs out, we're gonna go ahead and put the top up. And we will do a top op video. So I do believe the top has been replaced at some point. I mean, it still has some wear. It's still not, it wasn't like replaced yesterday. But we'll do our top picks here in a second. Get the windows up. And it is tinted also. I just think the car looks really cool. Okay, so we're at temp. Gauges properly functioning. Let's see. Turn signals, check. We'll we'll do our light walk around here. So it does have traction, which is kind of a rare 986 option. You can turn it off, you can turn it on. Box. Rear defrost if you have a top on, or a hard top. Just the top. We might get some residue foam. I got most of it off, but I blew the system out pretty well when I had the dashboard out. And that is already hot, and it is 90 degrees, so we are going to put the AC back on. Man, this thing is so confused right now. It's like, quit hitting the buttons. Okay. So, and we got our radio. So I was gonna take out this XM tuner, but maybe somebody will want to use it, so I left it alone. So all our cubbies functioning. Hey, there are all my keys. All the hinges are good. Hinges good. What's in there? Oh, it's my touch-up decal rag. Windows, check. Drop-down feature, check. Drop-down feature, check. It's not the end of the world if it doesn't work. It's just kind of annoying, to be honest with you. And I put the window switch, the mirror switch, is upside down. So I need to flip that around, which I will do when I get home. Because this is flipped the wrong side. So I will get that fixed up. And I get let's see, that's really, oh yeah, the light even works. Little flippy light. Oh yeah, we're gonna do our wipers. We're gonna do our horn. Cruise control, which we used earlier. So the car shifts. I mean, it shifts like complete butter. And we're gonna do a light check. Looks like we need a bulb here on the, I got about 500 of those bulbs, so I'll get that when I get home. All our lights are working. So the brand of the top is KAL glass. I do not think that was factory, but it might be. I'm not sure. I really don't know. All right, guys. Well, there you go. This car is super cool. I got a lot of work into it. Kind of breathing some new life back into it cosmetically. And I hope she goes to a good home. If you have any questions, by all means, please let me know. Thank you.